Off here, guys. All right. Whew. All right. All right. Just give me a minute. I want to make sure that this live is up and everything is good, and we'll get right into it. Bear with me. All right. Awesome. All right. Awesome. All right. So, all right. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Pokemart TCG, aka the host, your host, the gamesman, aka Mike Dabs. Back at it, guys, with another awesome video. What's going on, my dudes, my guys, my girls, my Pokemart family? All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, we got some stuff to talk about on the channel today. A little bit different. I got some video games playing in the background as my little background. Let me fix this camera a little bit here, just so you guys see me in the old octagon. All right, let's try to straighten that out so my face is directly in there. All right, looks good. Yeah, so guys, we're gonna go over some stuff in the market, guys. You're an investor, you're a scalper, you're a reseller. We're going to talk about these particular three people, and we're going to go over some stuff in the market, and we're going to go talk about what I'm doing, and some of you guys might be doing the same exact thing. Some of you guys may be doing some other stuff, but definitely there are some mistakes people are making in the hobby. And I just want to talk because so much is happening. The market is moving at unprecedented movements. It's moving fast, guys. Things are going up in price like crazy every time you turn around. Oh, my booster box went up. Oh, this went up. Something is happening now. Somebody's doing a buyout. Somebody's manipulating. Somebody's talking, saying this about this creator or that about this creator. It seems like there's a combatants against people who have voicing their opinions against the investor, that their side or their way of doing things is the right way, and that investors are ruining the hobby, are manipulating stuff for self gains. And a lot of it's a lot of BS. There is some truths about some stuff. There are some faults in the faucet, and it's leaking water into the unacceptable people awaiting and listening to these content creators. So I hope you guys got your bucket underneath and catching all the drips, the drool that's coming from the faucet of the content creators that are talking this stuff. And there is definitely some manipulation going on with that. But guys, I want to go over some things. First, we'll talk about the market. I was on Facebook, and I do a lot of business on Facebook, guys, outside of YouTube. Yeah, your boy, aka Pokemart TCG. Outside of YouTube, guys, my fame is not here. Okay, obviously. I'm a small content creator, all right? But I have connections elsewhere and making waves, yes, in the waters on Facebook. And I do a lot of transactions, a lot of trades, a lot of stuff, not on YouTube, all right? And this is off camera, behind the scenes. Guys, I'm working like a silent investor, but moving, guys. And I'm moving, and I'm picking up speed and moving, all right? And, yeah, you don't see that, because I only showcase to you what I want you to see on YouTube. You hear about only what I want to talk about. And I'm moving silently in the backgrounds, guys, behind the scenes, off camera, making moves, all right? And that's the truth and the reality of me. And I'm just being transparent with you guys because my fame is not here on YouTube. I know that. I'm here on YouTube for you guys' benefit to showcase and tell you about things, and only to benefit those that are following me, that want to follow in my shoes. If you want, like I said, I'm not a professional investor. I'm not a professional advisor. Guys, I seen gains in what I'm doing. I believe in the Pokemon investment tool aspect of life. All right, and definitely it can change your life if you want it to. If you don't, you got a lot of people on here on YouTube, the haters that hate people seller, and we're gonna go over that in the video because a lot of you guys are getting misconstrued in the hobby about those three and what they do and what they are, and so we're gonna go over that. But I've been called out on this platform, scalper, reseller. I've been called out on Facebook. And a lot of you guys on YouTube are getting at, thrown in your faces a lot here on YouTube. A lot of you guys are. And you don't even understand the terminology of what they are, who they are, and what it entails. So I'm going to go over that for you guys so you guys are made aware of those types of people and you understand us, all right, and those people, okay? So I'm going to go over that as well, but I've been called out. Facebook, I got some guy called me out as a scalper, reseller, and he can't find Pokemon cards for his son, or little Sue, you know, his son, and that, you know, people that buy out stores are a problem. I understand that, guys. I don't buy out stores. I don't buy out stores. I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. Yeah, years ago, guys, totally different person. I used to go to Walmart, Target, buy a lot of stuff. And the truths about that is, yes, I did it. And yes, it was in different times than we are now because nobody wanted that stuff, guys. Nobody wanted that stuff. But yet, people hated on me for clearing shelves out on Shining Fates when nobody wanted it. Forbidden Light when nobody wanted it. It was on the shelf. But yeah, I show massive amounts of this product that was on clearance. Nobody wanted it at that time, but now I showcase it from years ago when I got it, that now I'm a problem because I have all this stuff that you can't even buy in the stores. I'm a scalper. I'm a reseller. I'm a problem in this hobby. And people classify other people such as me as an investor in this hobby, as a scalper or a reseller because we have large positions on products which include booster boxes, ETBs, collection boxes, mini tins, all right, and booster bundles, right? And they label an investor as a scalper. They label us as a reseller. They label us as ones ruining the market for other people. They label us as people that are clearing shelves off at Walmarts and Targets, and we're not the ones that are the ones in the store doing it. And I can tell you, yes, your dude, I was that guy years ago when nobody else bought the product, the exact product I'm talking about, when Evolutions was out on a shelf, when Forbidden Light was on a shelf, when Burning Shadows was on a shelf, when Shining Fates was on Shining Legends was on the shelf. Tons of product. You seen it. It went on clearance. No one was buying it, guys. No one was buying it in the times that I was doing it. So I got labeled as a scalper. I got labeled as a reseller, and I wasn't even selling it at those times when I was doing this channel years ago. I wasn't selling a thing. It wasn't until I got back into the flea market a couple of years after that I started selling before the pandemic, that now I'm a problem child. I'm the one causing there's no product on the shelves. Way before any of this stuff started happening that we even got now that's blasting off, right? Like Team Rocket Joey says. Team Rocket Joey, we're blasting off, right? And the data is the data with my boy Alex Nostalgianomics. So, you know, I'm not the issue. There's a lot of people in this game, guys. 98.9%, I would say, out of all the people that are in this hobby right now are all in it for quick flips, making money on the product because they realize Pokemon is printing dollar bills. All right? And a lot of those people are out here, they're selling and selling. They're only here to sell. All right? Investors are a little bit different. All right? But we'll go into that. But I was labeled on Facebook. Someone called me out as a scalper. Somebody said I was a problem. That's why he couldn't get product and all of this. And this is where, guys, you got to draw the lines on who you are, where you get your product from, and some of the times, you know, if you don't want to be on camera, just work behind the scenes, work in silence is the best recipe for success. Is you just the man behind the camera. You're not even coming on cameras. You never have a YouTube. You're just doing what you got to do, right? Doing for investing and building your portfolio. Listen to correct YouTubers out there that are doing the exact same thing, because there's a lot of investors that call themselves, I'm investing in YouTube. I mean, not in YouTube, in Pokemon products, but they have no products in hand. They don't have no stream where they're on their channel opening packs. They have nothing in their background. And you got some guy, Kenny Boulder, right, that's always after the scalper, and that everybody has a massive amount of product. They're scalpers. They're a problem. You know, there's some things I like about Kenny Boulder. There's some things I really don't. I watch his videos. I listen to his thing, but everything's about a scalper. And this guy, I don't even see opening any product. But that's another story for another person. You can watch whoever you want to watch. I watch a lot of little different people. I watch what people do. I watch what people say. And I also look at previous videos to see if they're even doing what I'm doing, because they're labeling themselves as an investor, but are they investing? A lot of people can talk this game, but a lot of people aren't walking the walk. But guys, 98.9% of the people in this hobby are not even following the recipe. They're in it for the quick flips. They're in it to make money. And the investors are just a small percentage of this hobby, but we're not the problem. All right. But I was labeled as a problem child. All right. And me and this guy spoke out on many times. I could bring up the chat on Facebook, because this is where it came from. A guy actually saw one of my posts and was responding back. And he's talking about me selling him older stuff and newer stuff at regular MSRP. And I told him, what is regular MSRP? Because anything you get Pokemon related can also be, anything Pokemon related can also be inflated, if that's what you want to say. But yeah, you can sell Pokemon product that you pick up at a store for a higher price than what you got it for. And that's just the reality of where we're at right now, where, yes, you can sell stuff for more than what you paid for. Typically, when you buy an ETB, Destiny Rivals, you pay $54.99 in Walmart. You can go back, pick it up in the store, pay for it online, and put it on your Facebook Marketplace for $80, $90 now. Reality, you can buy stuff in stores at regular MSRP and sell it for more than you paid for. And you got a lot of people in that market, because the success, the recipe for success is, for those scalpers, is quick flips, making money now. And the investors, we have a different recipe. We buy, we hold, and it's majority of the time for the long term. And we will make plays in the short term, but those are short, exactly what they say, short-term plays. Our majority of our positioning is for the long term. And I guarantee you that if you look at Alex from Nostalgianomics, no matter how many rip and ships he performs, the majority of what he holds is for the long term. He's not selling his positions on his long term. He's buying product for cheap, right? Or as cheap as he can physically get it, from multiple buyers that are selling it to him, and some is for his rip and chips, but a majority of it is for the long term. And he's not selling into the market now, or he's selling into the market, yes, in his rip and chips, but his positioning, major position of his portfolio is later on. That could be 5, 10, 20 years from now. He's a young guy. He's younger than me. He's 30-something. I'm 57. A lot of investors do short-term plays. and aspects of the game. They do short-term plays, but the majority of their portfolios are built for the long term. When they decide to relinquish those liquidable assets, the booster boxes, right, is at their own despise, their own demise. Whenever they decide they want to sell it because they're happy that it reached 5,000, 10,000 at the time, or they want to sell, they sell it at their time when they're ready to relinquish it. But they may sell it as an investor into the hobby or into the communities that they built. People that are buying and selling products to them already may want to buy stuff back from them later on, and may become a possible investor, so they could sell to them positionings anytime within the short term or long term, but it may not be out of their major portfolio. They build their positions for the main hold, and then they have short term products that they may flip into the market to make gains on, yes, and it builds capital, it builds position, it builds some money that they're able to use for long-term holds or future buys. All right? So, doesn't label them as a scalper, doesn't label them as a reseller, doesn't label them as a person bad for the community or bad for this market or shouldn't be here. The space is made up of scalpers, resellers, and investors. That's what makes up this Pokemon market. Always has. I don't think it's going to change. And that's what we got now. But we have a lot of people, and you guys need to understand this. And a lot of you guys are getting the term misconstrued about a scalper, a reseller, and an investor. All right? Three different people. All right? Three different people all have different things that they're doing in the hobby. All right? And ways that they're going about stuff that one could be bad, the other two could be good, right? Or two could be good, one could be bad. But it doesn't mean that an investor is a scalper or a reseller is an investor, right? Or vice versa. All right? Well, we're going to go over those, but I want to go over something on my phone that one of the guys that I've been doing purchases with, he talked about it, and it's we're going to talk about this as labeled in my title, a possible incoming Pokemon boom. And I want you guys to listen up to what I got to say. Take a look, do some research. If you find anything about what I'm talking about, future, or you say, well, wow, what this you're talking about? Yeah, it could be possible. Well, you got an inside scoop right here from Pokemart TCG. So I'm going to go over it, guys. Going to let you guys get in on the intel that I got. And, guys, I got my own topic I want to talk about on another thing that I don't hear anybody really talking about. And we'll talk about that, which could be another spike in some cards or in a possible set that no one's talking about on YouTube. And I'm not quite sure why no one brought this particular setup, but when you hear what I got to say about it, there could be a possible boom for that. And don't say Pokemart TCG is shilling something, because I don't have any of this product. All right? But when I do talk about it, coming up after we go over this, and then we're going to go over some other stuff. All right? So just stay tuned, man. I got a nice, juicy video for you guys. And, there's things we could talk about. There's a lot of things happening in the market. And it's, I'm just trying to help you guys out the best way I can and giving you the intel that I got. And I'm giving you my point of view. So this was a text that I got, and from a buyer on Facebook that I met, and we done multiple deals, and he shot me over this, and he's been doing quite well with the Chinese those Chinese boxes. I think Pokerep put them out, and you can get those hits in those, like you could buy the mega box for it, and you can buy the slim packs that have 5 cards. He was opening up some on his channel. The simplified Chinese box. I forgot what it's called, gem boxes or something like that, where you can get these big hits in it that are going for like, it's taking the Pokemon hobby like craze, because there's cards in there that are worth a lot of money or can go for a lot of money in the simplified Chinese, where they actually got the Bubble Mew in there and stuff like that. Some cards in there are going crazy. So let me read the information that I got, the text, and you guys can go up. So this came from our Pokemon Investing, and it says, I think we are going to witness the highest bull market in Pokemon, and I'll tell you why. This is what it was, and I'm going to read it, guys, so listen up. Take the wax out your ears. Listen to me clearly. Hopefully I can pass on some good information here that can benefit us. We can look at things in a different perspective and take it into consideration into building your portfolio, into your Pokemon investing ways. All right. And it may work. I don't know, but take a listen, guys. So it says, I've already seen this. You might not be familiar with Counter-Strike skins. Counter-Strike skins. I don't know what they are. You guys know what they are. This is something that came out called Counter-Striker skins. But I have been investing since 2016. And when China got into the market, it blew up crazy with Counter-Striker skins. Guys, do some work, homework, research out some Counter-Striker skins in China. If you heard anything about this blowing up in China, it went off like crazy, apparently. All right, but listen to the rest of the messages, the rest of the text. Back when Counter-Strike Global Offensive officially launched in China, the skin market saw an insane boom. Chinese money flooded in, driving up prices, creating new demand patterns, and making certain skins and stickers skyrocket in value. This wasn't just random. It was a perfect mix of gambling mechanics, case openings, and cultural preference for collecting and speculation. Now we're seeing a very similar setup with Pokemon trading card game TCG in China. Could mean we're about to witness another huge market shift. Why Pokemon TCG in China could follow the CSGO skin market boom. Pack openings, gambling popular in China in CSGO case openings mimic gambling, which played a huge role in attracting Chinese investors. Pokemon packs work in the same way. Wow. Randomized rewards, high risk, high reward, and the thrill of pulling a rare card. With China's love of these mechanics, the demand for high value Pokemon cards could explode. Number 2, massive influx of Chinese money. When China got access to CSGO, Chinese collectors and investors pumped serious money into the economy. Certain skins and stickers, especially the ones with Asian themes, shot up in price. In Pokemon TCG experiences the same wave. Pokemon might see the same way. We might see rare cards, especially iconic Pokemon like Charizard, Rayquaza, and Dragonite surge in value globally. cultural influence on the market trends in CS, Chinese aesthetics, influence the meta. Red gold dragon themed skins gained value in the Pokemon. We could see demand shifting towards Pokemon that resonate with the Chinese culture, e.g. dragon types. Legendary Pokemon are regionally exclusive promos. The recent China exclusive Mew EX promo is already showing signs of this trend. Exclusive Chinese releases driving global demand, just like CSGO had China specific events and team stickers. Pokemon is releasing exclusive promos and products for Chinese market. These could become sought after collector items worldwide, much like the Chinese New Year CSGO skins. What could happen next? Or is it already happening? And this was the text that I got. So guys, the Pokemon came out in China with those new boxes. And we have already seen explosion of select cards and promos explode in price. Could the Chinese market be a boom for us or set a new course for us in US for another boom? And I'm going to say this. If you want to buy those boxes over there in Simplified Chinese where you can pull these cards, they're still cheap, but the risk is high reward if you want to invest. Opportunities exist for us as investors. Investors always are seeking for opportunities. You make the call. As if you want to call yourself an investor, make the call and pass the baton. If you're going to go into those, pass them on to people that you are believing in that product. If you believe, then buy it. I'm going to say, hey, if you call yourself an investor, you want to try to make a play, I don't see nothing wrong. I personally don't own any Chinese. I don't know much about this. I only saw PokeRev open some of this stuff up. I heard news of this stuff from a guy that buys from me. I would have to do a little more research myself, but there could be a possibility, guys, for this stuff. We got to take everything in consideration as an investor because things are happening like unprecedented. We're in unprecedented territory and times where things are exceeding the price, guys, of what we expected it to go 2-3 years. Things are hitting all-time highs now and in a matter of weeks. It's just crazy times. I'm just going to tell you guys, be very, very careful who you listen to and where you park your money. Because I don't know about you. I work hard for my money, but I let my investments work for me. And I would rather have my investments work for me, putting my money to work in assets that I know are going to be performing rather than in assets that are not going to perform. All right? So be very, very careful, guys, in who you listen to and who tells you to buy this or to buy that. Listen to what some people got to say. Adhere and apply what they're saying if you believe in what they're saying. Or just block out the noise and continue doing what you already know works with English. All right? So all I have to say on that end, but there are opportunities knocking, guys. And if there's an opportunity as an investor, are you going to knock? Or are you going to ride the wave out with it? All right. So with that said, I want to go into what is next. What is the next boom? What could be the next boom? And in my eyes, like I see everybody out here on YouTube talking about the megas and they're always talking about Cosmic Eclipse, team up megas, right? Team up tag teams, and the old Sun and Moon XY megas, all right? And how the market is exploding with megas. And I want to say, we got these Mega Evolutions box that's coming out, and Pokemon is releasing a bombshell of a base set, right? I'm going to say a bombshell because I believe in the Mega Evolutions theme, the way Pokemon is doing it. I like the cards, and it seems they are releasing it, and, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Am I hyping it up? No, I'm not going to hype it up, guys. The hype is already in the cards because Pokemon already done that. Pokemon already hyped it up enough. Everybody's just showcasing the cards. It's we the people, you people out there, you Americans and other citizens around the world that are going to get this mega set in different country names, in Chinese and in Japanese and stuff. You're going to get this mega stuff. You're going to be investing your hard-earned money. So you guys make the call on whether you're buying it or not. Pokemon's going to print it no matter what. Pokemon's going to make the money no matter what. And it's going to be overpriced no matter what because it's already being pumped because the content creators are showcasing this stuff. And then a lot of them are saying what they like and don't like. A lot of pluses on the cards. A lot of people pumping it. And I don't think it's going to be a dump set. I don't think it's going to be a trash set. I think it's going to be a gold mine for Pokemon to make money. And yes, it's going to be printed, guys. It's going to be around. But will you get it at regular MSRP? For you guys that do the Walmart Target pickups and go to Walmart and get it, in the lines and all that stuff, and you get it, yeah, you'll get it. You'll get it at MSRP. Big whoop. You got your couple of boxes for limitations on it that they limit you at these stores, Barnes & Nobles, whatever. You get it, got it, fine. I'm okay with all you guys doing that. You got your bots on the Walmart.com. You got your bots on a lot of the Pokemon Center drops and all that stuff. I get it. Go ahead, do you. I'm not going to argue with you guys. You guys go ahead and do what you're doing because you've been doing it for years. No one's apparently stopped you, so you're going to continue to do it. Am I going to be someone that's doing that? No. I have other methods that I'm using. We'll talk about that stuff on video, but I'm not talking about it right now. We're going in to talk about the Mega Evolution set and what the next boom that I see that no one's talking about on YouTube. What can be the next thing, right? What could take off? Well, I want to say, guys, while everybody's eyes is on the prize, everybody's eyes are on these old Mega Evolutions. Meanwhile, guys, those cards are going up, right? But, if you go back and you look at original base set where there were Megas, you had the Mega Blastoise, you had the Mega Venusaur, and you had the Mega Charizard, right? In my eyes, when we invest in these like booster boxes and stuff, the prices on the stuff does reach people's wallets that can't even afford it, right? Some people are outpriced on this stuff. So what do they look for? As people who are coming into the market, people that been here enough, they say, well, wow, that box, that price, that sleeve pack got to this price. It's out of my budget. I can't pick that up now. It's $300 a pack. But there are some other alternatives to getting it to experience the same thrill of getting those cards. And what would that be? Guys, what I'm talking about is what I haven't heard anybody else on YouTube talk about. Everybody's talking about Cosmic Eclipse, Team Up, Megas, and all of this stuff, and the tag teams, right? Everybody's talking about Megas and the tag teams, right? But a set that's getting overlooked in a little bit, and it's not the best, but if you're going to experience original base set, first edition, and base set 2 cards, you're going to talk about XY Evolution. I'm talking about XY Evolutions. It's flying under the radar. And why I say flying under the radar? Everybody's talking about Megas, right? And yeah, you can open up Evolutions $1,400 a booster box, but you'll never pull value that will exceed the booster box or the ETB. But the packs are up in price, but the cards that are in there are undervalued. And I'm going to say it, undervalued. They have to be undervalued because you have Mega Charizard, Mega Blastoise, Mega Venusaur, and there are megas in there. How come those aren't getting pumped? How come nobody's talking about, wow, Mega Pokemart TCG? Where'd this cat come from? He's talking about the base set reprint of Evolutions. The cards inside don't make sense. The price of them don't make sense. They're too cheap, right? They're too cheap. If you compare it to the booster box, they're too cheap. You compare it to the booster box price, booster pack price, and the sleeve pack, doesn't make sense. The cards in the set have to be underpriced. And since they're coming out with a Mega Evolutions that are going to feature cards like Mega Charizard, Mega Blastoise, Mega Venusaur, right? Some old Gen 1 Kanto region Pokemon, Pikachus, and stuff like that. Guys, we have to talk about Evolutions because everybody on YouTube, content creators, only talking about tag team and other megas. But what happens to Evolutions? Let's have a nice lineup of the base set megas and the nice texturing on those cards. Yeah, the centering's not the best. They have print line issues. But if people can't afford these megas, while the older megas from other sets that are getting pumped now, why aren't the XY Evolutions, Mega Charizard, Mega Blastoise, Mega Venusaur cards, and other megas in there being pumped like all the other sets are, when these are from base set, right? Base set, well, base set didn't have Mega. They had the regular base set hollows of Charizard and Venusaur. I think Evolutions didn't have the Blastoise. They didn't put Blastoise in the Mega. They should have. That would have made it a set because you would have had the big three starters. But I don't know why they didn't put it in Evolutions. They should have put a Pikachu hollow or something in there and put the Blastoise hollow. But, guys, people who are going to get outpriced for these old megas that want them in their collection now are going to get outpriced. They're going to look for cheaper alternative. Where are they going to turn to get megas that are cheaper? Mega Evolutions. They're going to turn to Mega Evolutions. And guys, I'm saying it right here because I haven't heard it on YouTube, that Evolutions, XY Evolutions could see a spike, guys, because the cards in there have to be underpriced from where they are. The megas have to be underpriced, guys, when we compare it to other megas that are all seeing the limelight now and everybody wants them. How come nobody's talking about XY Evolutions in this mega hype of all the cards, of megas and tag teams? People are going to look at cheaper alternatives, and that we may see an insurgent on XY Evolutions packs and the booster box and the single cards see a rise. And that's what I'm saying. And no, I'm not pumping it. No, I'm not shilling it because I don't have any of the XY packs, guys. I sold all mine or traded all mine this year. I traded them away. Does it mean I'm an ex-Pokemon investor? No. I took my gains. I put money back into the hobby, into other sets. I diversified my portfolio. Yes, I might have exited out of some, right? But I put it into other performing sets that I think are going to do well without spending any new money. So I depleted my XY Evolutions packs that I had. Yeah, you've seen them on my channel. All of you that are following me or subscribe to the channel when I showed you these, they're gone. They're gone. They're gone. Do I have any hard feelings about letting them go? No, because I diversified my portfolio, got rid of some of those that have gone up. I moved them into lower pack price product that I believe is going to do good, like Paldea Evolved, Obsidian Flames, Temporal Forces. What else did I got? Silver Tempest, Lost Origins, Crown Zenith, 151, Chaldean Fates. What else? Prismatic Evolutions, Surging Sparks. A lot of Scarlet Violet, a lot of Sword and Shield, a lot of 151. All right. I moved my positions. I moved out of some of those, and I put that money back to work in newer product. And am I selling that stuff now? Am I selling 151? Am I selling Crown Zenith? No, I'm not. I'm taking in that product, but not taking gains trying to sell it right now. So I moved out some old product and adding some new inventory in that I think are going to perform well. And yes, I could see 151 at $20 a pack. All right. I can see other sets like Lost Origins, 15 to 18, possibly $20 a pack. I moved out some of my positions like on Shining Fates, Darkness Ablaze. I moved all my Vivid Voltage. All right. Well, some of my Vivid Voltage, ETBs specifically gone. Traded off all those. I moved my position into Destined Rivals and stuff like that. So these are sets that I moved in that I believe in, that are going to perform. And I was able to get more product of that stuff because I'm buying it at a lower price, lower but above MSRP. But believing in that product, because as an investor, you have to believe in the product that you're buying into or trading into. And I'm using money that was initially spent to build a position on something, on another product that I believe in, while spending new money. See? So I'm leveraging in using older product that went up in price to get in on newer products without spending new money. Meanwhile, building a positioning on funds to buy into new product as it comes out that I don't even gonna believe in it. So, you can build capital with this, sell it all, make capital, or you can invest into the products that you think are going to perform well. It's up to you how you do it. But that is how I did it. That's what I've been doing. But I'll talk more into that. But guys, this market is really, really crazy. So XY Evolutions is a set that I think has to be undervalued based on the cards in there and the megas that are in there where everybody's pumping the other megas. No one's really talking about XY Evolutions and pumping any of those megas in that set, where it's not worth opening a booster box at $1,400 to pull the cards because you can buy them cheaper than you could probably put the whole set of evolution. You can put the whole set of evolutions together far cheaper than opening the packs to try to make the set, to make a master set. You can buy a master set cheaper by buying the singles because they're that cheap. So XY Evolutions, in my eyes, based on the megas that are in there, I think some of those mega cards in there are undervalued. And we could see a boom based on the Mega Evolution set that is going to be released. We could see Mega XY Evolutions take off, all right, and see some increases in those loose cards. I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. And no, I don't have any positioning on any of the cards, all right? Just being transparent. I don't have any of them. I did own 13 Charizard Hollows. I did have those. I sold them in the pandemic for $130, $135. A hollow Charizard. I sold those in the pre-pandemic times, 13 of them. All right, got rid of them in XY Evolutions, and every one of them came out of a Charizard art, came out of a Charizard pack art. Every one of them. Every Charizard that I ever pulled from XY Evolution came out of a Charizard pack. And the proof is in the pudding. The receipts are in my videos. You have to go back and watch some of my older videos when I pull them. came out of Charizard packs. So believe it or not, but it was on video. I had the receipts, and I can tell you, right? So the receipts are on my channel for everything I do. You got the receipts on there when the cards are pulled. I don't know what dates they are. The videos are old. You got to go way back when I was opening packs a lot to see the videos. But the receipts are here. I didn't delete no videos. They're there. I pulled them out of Charizard packs. All right? Believe it or not. So maybe those Charizard packs from Evolutions are the hot packs, guys. I have a hot ticket to pull 13 Charizards from Evolutions. Maybe. I'm not saying, but I will pump Charizard art packs because I collect Charizards. You know, I collect Charizards. Charizard's my most popular Pokemon. All right? So, you know, I'll pump Charizard. But I'm just saying that XY Evolutions could see a increase in price, and that could be sealed product-wise, and the cards, I believe, could be underpriced, especially those megas. All right, and we could see it because of what's going on with the mega stuff, guys, and the next set, Mega Evolution set that's coming out. We could see XY Evolutions go up in price, guys, this year or possibly next year. But I'm just saying. All right, so you can, if you want, not telling you that it's going to happen. It's a possibility. And that's all we can do as an investor is speculate, right? Speculate. We can make assumptions. We can tell a story on what we think, because if no one's making the moves, there's possibilities, right? So that's what you can do. So with this thing, with that, you know, the Mega's coming out. I'm hyped for that set. I'm probably going to buy into the market when it comes out. I'm probably going to buy into it, buy high. I don't care, guys. Here's a secret, guys. Here's a secret. And no one else on YouTube may tell you this, but I'm going to tell you. Everyone is right. No one's wrong. All right, just remember that phase that I'm telling you. Everybody's right. Nobody's wrong. And what I'm putting that in perspective to is this. It doesn't matter what you paid for your booster box, whether you bought it early or you bought it a year from now. Doesn't matter what you paid. All right? It doesn't. And here's why. Here's why. And you guys can blast me. Team Rocket Joe, you can come out, this clown, or this joker, this goofy, whatever. He can come on here and clown me if he wants. I really don't care what people say or what they think about me. At the end of the day, guys, I work in silence behind the scenes. I'm still going to be doing what I do, regardless of anybody believes me or not. I'm going to talk the talk, and I'm walking the walk, and I carry all my receipts. So I got all my receipts for what I do. So this is why I'm saying that. Is it doesn't matter the price at what you buy. If you bought some high, you bought some later on, you got to look at the rotation period of what sets are in rotation for. The print cycle. Usually sets are in rotation for two years, max 3, right? So with that sets, the newest sets being in rotation in print for minimum 2 years, maximum 3 years. All right. There are cycles all throughout that you're going to go out and you're going to find deals, right? You're going to find deals on Facebook Marketplace where you got a couple of boxes, somebody over leveraged themselves and had to liquidate some booster boxes. And you found a deal. So you found some cheaper than the $300 that you got. So you bought Destined Rivals at $300. Now you found Destined Rivals for $250. So you buy those. 6 months down the road, Destined Rivals get a reprint, whatever. You found some at $200. Then you went to a flea market, you went to a card show, you found some at $215, $230, whatever, right? Still under that $300 mark that you bought them at. You buy those, you cost average dollar for dollar, cost average in. It's still, at the end of the day, it lowers your initial cost basis for what you paid out when you first bought them at $300. When they were hyped up, somebody pumped them up to $300, they went to $300. So you bought some, right? You didn't buy heavy, you just bought a few, but then throughout its print cycle, you bought some at lower prices, and the lower you can get them, guys, you cost average dollar for dollar, how many you bought, cost average them in, it brings the bottom line to a new low. So now you're not in it for $300 anymore. Now you're in it $335, $325, whatever. And the more deals you find at a lower price, your cost average, it brings everything down. So with that said, you know that secret sauce. Guys, it doesn't matter what you pay, because at the end of the day, if you're going to be an investor and you're in it for the long term, and you're not going to sell these products for 3 to 5 years from when you initially got them, it does not matter, because the boxes, the booster boxes that you bought into at those times, Destined Rivals now at 300, right? You bought them in at 300, so what? 3 to 5 years, you're going to be happy you paid that price. You're not going to complain, because those boxes could be $800. And that's the big cycle right there, is it doesn't matter. Everyone's right. No one's wrong. It doesn't matter if you bought some high, someone low, and everybody's preaching, oh, you bought too high, you bought too low. Guys, if you dollar for dollar cost average, you win. So everyone on YouTube claiming, oh, you bought too high, you bought too low, you're not wrong, and you're not right. There's no one wrong, there's no one right. Everyone wins. If you're going to hold this stuff for the long term, truly as an investor, you're not going to be making flips and short-term plays, trying to flip it into this hobby now to try to make a couple dollars and try to buy it again and flip and flip and flip. All right, guys, Destined Rivals, if you got into 300, be happy you got some. Products are hard to get. Booster boxes even harder. Get them, set them in Rudy's basement, and forget about them. And guarantee you, you'll be coming back to Pokemart TC and say, you know what, dude, you're right. It doesn't matter if I bought some high. I'm listening to this content creator told me I bought too high. I'm listening to this guy say I bought too low or whatever, and I'm going to get burnt. Guys, if you're going to keep flipping and selling, there are possibilities you're going to get burnt. But if you're going to hold it for the long term, you're going to be A-okay. All right? The product is going to do what it's going to do. Sealed is king. Sealed is going to rise. More and more has to get opened up. And as they keep opening up on these rip and chippers, guys, your product that you got is going to be more and more, less of it. There's going to be less and less of it on the market. At the end of the day, you win, no matter what you paid, high or low. No one's right. No one's wrong. You could buy some high, buy some low later on. You win, guys. As an investor, you win because the product is going up, right? The product's going to go up. If you hold it, you win. So there's my plea, guys. Stop telling people they're wrong for buying booster boxes at launch, that they're too high. You shouldn't have bought in at that price. I got Destiny Rivals, 2 Destiny Rivals booster box. I traded into it at the piece of the game. I got my receipts. PokeTuber Jedi Hustler on Instagram. Go check it out. I bought 2 booster boxes. Their price was $300. Well, Destiny Rivals is on their way to $300 now. Did I do bad? No. Did I do wrong? No. I could always dollar for dollar course average, buy some low. I didn't buy a big position on it, bought some. I could always dollar for dollar course average. I'm always looking for a cheaper price for sure. Whenever I buy some low or I bought some high or whatever, I always look to dollar for dollar course average to get some cheaper. So that's, as long as you keep that mentality in at what you bought, you're keeping your receipts for what you paid for stuff, and you look at trying to buy some cheaper later on to cost average, then you're going to make out a lot better and your portfolio is going to grow with that mentality. So, don't be afraid to buy high, guys. If you bought a few or even bought a case, don't be mad at yourself. Say, oh, man, I could have waited and I could have got this cheaper. Guys, those people out there telling you bought high, you shouldn't have bought them at that price. Yeah, you could have found cheaper, but guys, overall, you call yourself an investor, stick to your investing mentality that you're going to hold for the long term. You're not looking to sell this stuff right now, and guaranteed you're going to thank yourself and say, you know what? I'm glad I bought some high, and then I dollar for dollar course average later on. I bought in between all the life cycle of that booster box and out. I got some high. I was able to get a couple more lower, and now dollar for dollar course average, so I'm at $250. I still did good because now this box is $500. It doubled up, or it went to $600. I doubled up, or I tripled up, or whatever. You'll be happy, guys. All right. So with that said, you know that. Now we're going to go into labeling these people that people are out here calling scalpers. People out here calling resellers. People calling the investors are the bad guys. We're going to label these guys. We're going to label us. I'm going to classify you guys. Classifies. I'm going to. We're going to this. What do you call that? Dissect scalper, dissect a reseller, and an investor. So all you guys that are newbies to this channel, you can understand this. All right. So with that said, guys, we have a scalper. What they label a scalper is an individual who resells product at a large or quick profit. All right? And it's usually short terms. That's it. That's a scalper. All right? So, a scalper can also be a trader. And that's short-term profits, buying and selling, and they rinse and repeat this process over and over and over. All right. Now, a reseller. I understand there's a difference between a scalper and a reseller. A reseller is an individual or company that sells a product or service they purchase in bulk lots, or in pallets, or in single units to someone else for profit. All right? And a reseller is a person that's already established themselves and they're consistently doing it over and over and over. They don't leave hobbies. They stick within their means where they're at, and they continue to stay with viable options on products that and services that render profits, and they'll stick with it. They don't just get in something and then they're out. All right? Now, they may make plays on buying pallets from certain sources where they can get a deal. They buy it, and then that source may not be available anymore. But a reseller is an individual or a company that sells product or services that they purchase in bulk lots, pallets, or in single units for profits. And they're looking to make a profit because they're reselling. And these people could be, like I said, a company, could be an individual, and they can be both part-time, full-time, or working with a company to buy those lots and work over the phone, buying online in online auctions and buying from companies and stuff. Now, an investor, we're dissecting everything, so everybody knows what an investor, everybody knows what a scalper is, everybody knows what a reseller, because Kenny Bowler labels everyone who has a large position on products, scalpers, anyone who's going to Walmart, Target, buying stuff, is a scalper. They're reselling, and he has no idea what these other individuals are doing, but he just labels them as a scalper. But anyway, and it doesn't have any Pokemon cards in his background. Got all these other things in his back, but no Pokemon cards. He never opens anything. Crazy. But anyway, an investor is an individual or individuals or organization that puts money into financial plans, property, products, etc., with the expectation of achieving a profit. That's your investor, guys. All right? We look for opportunity. We seek for opportunity, and we put money. Could be small amounts of money, large amount of money, depending on the investor and how much money he has allocated to his investments, right? Because we work both here, large and small. The investors on YouTube for the Pokemon community is both working in large groups and small groups, or individuals buying products that they believe are profitable, right? That are going to achieve a profit. And some are making short-term plays and some are making long-term plays, 3 to 5 years, 5 to 10 years, and some are making short-term plays with some of their portfolios, that they're building. Some split it and say, well, this is what I'm selling right now. I'm going to redivide it back into the hobby, but I'm going to take gains on this and I'm buying a bigger position of this. And that's how investors work. We seek opportunities and we look to achieve profits. And it's a long-term plan, guys, not short-term plan like the scalpers. They're here for the season and they're gone. The resellers are here year-round. They don't leave. They're here year-round, all right? As a reseller, TCG has resellers on there all the time selling. And they can be working as an individual, have their own card shop at their house, not actually having a brick and mortar, where a scalper works individually, usually by himself. And he's just going to the store, clearing stuff only to make profits. And they're not just people who sell sneakers or do flea markets. They're in it to make money. They usually have to do eBay too. All right. Same thing with a reseller, has an eBay account or Amazon account or something. All right, but the investor, guys, is anybody that seek products that they're going to put in a portfolio, usually for long-term gains, and they will make short-term gains, but most of it is for long-term. All right, so who can call themselves an investor? Any person who allocates financial capital with the expectation of future returns or profit or gains. Interest is usually long-term gains, can call themselves an investor. All right? So there you have it from Pokemart TCG. We just dissected a scalper, we just dissected a reseller, and we just dissected investors, both as an individual or individuals or an organization, and then we labeled who can call themselves an investor. So there are your types of people you have in this hobby, and everyone who is selling Pokemon cards, guys, are not a scalper. All right? All right, let's get it straight. Facts are facts. All right? A lot of people just keep calling people scalpers. I work in mysterious ways. I've been doing this because my PlayStation is going to be going in sleep mode. I don't know why it's set up for that. But I've been trading out Shining Fates, ETBs for, I trade sealed product at whatever my Shining Fates or Darkness Ablaze or Shrouded Fable or my Journey Together PCT ETBs are going for. I trade at equal market value for your steel product at equal value. I did pick up Black Bolt at MSRP at Barnes & Nobles. Picked up 2 of these, one day and one the next day. So I do got Black Bolt. Picked these up at $29.99, guys. I am buying into the market on Facebook Marketplace. I'm on Facebook Marketplace. I advertise these, that I'm buying these for $40 or will trade. Guys, before my PlayStation goes in sleep mode, I want to show you some more stuff before it goes in, and that is this. I am trading Evolving Skies sleeve packs. I am trading one sleeve pack, goes for $40, and I will give you $10 for your prismatic or 151 booster bundles, or we could trade for ETBs. I do have multiple of Shining of Evolving Skies. I am trading Evolving Skies, blister packs, and loose packs. I can't show you loose packs, it's up under my thing. Guys, I'm trading into the market, guys. Into the market. I'm going to use my Evolving Skies, and I'm trading into this market. Guys, I'm also trading in my high-end singles and slabs. But I'm going to show you, like, it's just, that ain't even the one. I am trading into the market high-end singles. I don't even know where the guarantee and stuff is. I've got to be back there somewhere. But I'm trading in my high-end singles, guys. High-end singles. I'm trading into this market, guys, for Destiny Rivals, Prismatic Evolutions. I'm trading these cards. Yes, I'm trading. I'm looking to sell these at 85% of TCG player. All right. But on some of my cards, I will take 80%, and that's for cash, 80%, 85% cash for the high end, 80% on my lower end singles, and that's singles priced 85% cash, $60 and higher. I'm looking for 85% of TCG player, and then 80% for cards that are lower within means. I'm looking for cash on that at 80%. So that's what I'm doing, but I'm trading into Prismatic, Destiny Rivals, ETBs, booster bundles, collection boxes. Not too much to black and white. I'm not really worried about that. But mainly Destiny Rivals, 151, Crown Zenith. All right, mainly trading in for that using Evolving Skies and using these other ETBs that I just showed you. And I'm trading in my singles, and I do have slabs too, guys. You've seen me show these before, and I'm doing just fine, guys, doing that. I have people offering to try to buy these for cheaper. I'm not going cheaper. I trade sealed for sealed at even value, depending on what they are, but mainly looking for 151, Prismatic, Crown Zenith, and Destiny Rivals. Those are my top choices for high-end cards and slabs. The lower-end stuff, or within certain means, but I'm being selective on what I'm taking. But that's what I'm doing. I'm using Evolving Skies, where, dudes, I do have a lot of Evolving Skies. Not here to brag, but they're all my Evolving Skies. Here my price. I ain't like this is my feet. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to show you. There's my boxes down here. Here are all my slabs. Not my slabs, but my single card, high-end singles. Sorry I'm going all over the place, guys, trying to get this camera to show you. All right? But, dudes, this is what I'm doing. Let me get this camera because we're bouncing all over the place. And my PS5 is getting ready to go on sleep. I'm trying to get the video out for you guys. I got my business card right here, right there. I do show this all the time on Instagram, on many of your reels. Guys, I'm not a scalper. I'm not a reseller. I'm a guy just doing my thing, working as a sole proprietor, making waves on Facebook Marketplace and on YouTube. Got a lot of plans for the channel, a lot of things that I'm doing. And I don't care what anybody says, man. You guys, as investors, guys, you got to do your things. Listen to who you want to listen to, guys, that you believe in. Find somebody you believe in. Follow them. Follow those investors. Follow those collectors. Follow whatever they're preaching or teaching on their channel. Find people that you believe in, and not these people that's talking this BS. You got to block out the noise, guys. Continue to do what you do and what you believe in. And I'm telling you, I wouldn't be here telling you about something if I didn't know it was going to be this way. It's this way, guys. You can do it. I'm a witness to a test that you can make it happen. You put your mind to what you want to accomplish and what you want to do, and anything you apply yourself to, it's going to happen. And it doesn't mean you have to have a large following to do it. You just got to believe in yourself, continue to do it. And I trusted in myself. I made positive moves. I believed in the people that I watch on YouTube, and I'm doing the work. And behind the scenes, even though you guys are not getting a lot of Pokemon content from me, doesn't mean that I left the channel, that I'm not doing what I said. I've been doing everything. If you've been following me on Instagram, you can follow my story, follow my journey. I've been there. I'm the man behind the deal, making behind the scenes, making deals, man, making it happen. I'm doing what I got to do. And when things happen and people want to put me on blast, guys, I just block out the noise. I don't let it deter me. I just continue doing me because I have to do what I got to do. And it's not being scammy or scalpy. I'm doing me. All right? And I'm not listening to the noise. I'm not listening to people that are going to talk the bull crap and all that stuff. I'm not here for that. I'm here to do what I got to do because I know it works. And I'm not going to let these guys take me off my game plan and what I'm doing. And just stay focused, guys. Just like Rudy says, stay on course. Regardless of what people tell you, if you know that it works, guys, you stay on course. It doesn't matter what people say or people think about you or what people say. Your actions speak louder than vows. And let the people, let your actions speak for you. And a lot of the people that come at you are mostly the people that hate that you are making it, that you are succeeding. And they want to be in your position. Just like when Michael Jordan won all these championships and why Michael Jordan was playing basketball, just like LeBron James. People are going to hate some of the people that are on top of their game. And people are going to hate you for what you do because they're not there. They're not in your shoes. Guys, just stay on course. That's all I got for you guys. Have a great one. Hope this video was very informational for you. Stay on course. Stay guided by the people that direct you on the right path. Stay positive. Avoid the negativity. And when people start talking trash about you or you're this and that, guys, pull down the shades, block them out, and do what you got to do. All right. I'm not saying be that guy, be that scammy, be that scalper. Guys, if you believe in yourself, you believe in what you're doing in this hobby, doesn't matter what anybody else says or thinks about you, just do what you got to do because you were doing this before you even started with them. And I've been doing what I'm doing long before I came to YouTube. And this is where I'm at. And I can see my journey. And my journey is not over. I'm still on course. And I'm staying to what Rudy says. Stay on course. So I'm staying at the helm, guys. I'm behind the scenes. I'm still working. All right? With that said, If you like the channel, subscribe. Follow me. Check the Instagram, PokeTuber Jedi Hustler. And with that said, check out my playlist. A lot of Call of Duties and stuff on there, but I had to come to the channel because a lot of misinformation is out there on YouTube, and I wanted to post a video, and I hope this helps you out. With that said, like, comment, subscribe, share. I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys are awesome. I'll see you on the next one. Remember to get out there, catch them all, have a ball. I'll see all of y'all on the next video. Do it. Yeah. Peace. Whole lot of love for you. High five. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm out.